Hey everyone, my name is Matt. Welcome to my backyard. Today is January 24th and this is my weekly shop update. So I was back out here this past week, a couple days just working on the lift motor up there. You can see I got that thing installed and it actually works. I still have a little bit of work to do on there right now. The motor mount has some slots in it so I can slide the motor in and out to tension the chain. But the chain is a little bit too long right now, so at the full extent of my tensioning travel is still a bit too long. So right now, the lack of tension in the chain causes it to jump. So technically it is functional. I'm gonna use it today, but it does jump, so I don't run it at full speed. I reduced the sprocket size on the motor to give the motor even more torque against the lifting rods, which isn't really all that necessary. I wasn't sure how much torque it would have to be able to have some fine control, and it seems like I have plenty of fine control right now, so I could probably change the reduction out to have more closer to a 1-to-1 ratio. The motor with the gearbox on it has technically more torque than I need to raise this thing, but I figured I might as well kind of experiment a little bit just to make sure it's right. I'm not in a race or anything with that. So on the VFD that runs this motor, I added a rocker switch and a potentiometer so I can control forward and reverse on the motor or up and down on the mill, as well as the speed that it travels up and down on those rails. So let me turn this thing on here. We'll go, I already forgot which way it goes. This down? That's up. This is running around half speed right now. Half speed plus another, I think it's a little over a 2-to-1 reduction on the sprocket, so it is plenty slow right now. But it does actually work. So let me get this thing into position here. I'm going to cut this small log. I need to drop the saw head down to a cut height of like 8 inches, I think. So this is a pretty rotted piece of butternut. So hopefully there's something decent in there. It looks like the center is still pretty good. Oh, that's beautiful. Wow. Pretty good for a really rotted looking log. So I'm gonna go ahead and make this last cut. I'm gonna leave that bottom slab at its full thickness right now. It's probably gonna be around 3 inches thick. because it's getting dark. So just for fun on that cut, I had the VFD for the motor set to display the amp draw for the motor through the cut, and it was pulling 25 amps through the thickest part of this log. So that's a good baseline, I guess. Dull blade, soft wood, 25 amps. That's feeding as fast as I can crank. That's beautiful. Man, it's nice. Okay, I'm gonna roll down the log for next time. All right, here we go. Hope you guys survive this. Not bad. Not bad at all. So this week in the shop, I was still applying finish to the farmhouse table benches. I didn't get as many coats on this week as I had hoped. Just didn't get out here and do it, but oh well. Let's take a look at some viewer projects. First this week is a Cedar Bench by Ben, and this was an experiment for cutting large box joints on the panel router. The bench was made from some offcuts from some big cedar barn doors he did earlier this year, and it's finished with Watco teak oil. Next is the dining table by Ethan. The table is made from maple and walnut and has matching benches. Ethan is 17 years old and he built this in shop class at school. Next is a porch swing by Kristopher. The swing is made in the Mission style and is made from pine and was a great opportunity for him to practice Morrison tenon joinery. Kristopher has a video over on his YouTube channel while making the swing, so be sure to check that out. Lastly this week is a live edge table by Zach. Zach is a 16-year-old woodworker from New Jersey, and this is his second large commissioned piece. The top is made from a crazy piece of live edge walnut that he milled from a really burly tree. The legs are all joined with Morrison tenon joints, and the drawer is hard maple. So the only other thing going on in the shop this week is the LED lighting thing that I did a couple of days ago. I had bought a bunch of these LED strips, or LED strip reel things, some time ago with the intention of making some lighting panels for the video work. That was like a year ago. I never got around to it. I figured I might as well use them for something because they're not really doing me all that much good sitting in a drawer. So that's where that one came from. So this week is especially exciting for me because this marks, or I think it was the 21st or the 22nd marks the 3-year anniversary of me posting videos here on YouTube. 3 years ago, I posted my first shop update. Going back and watching that is very interesting to say the least. But I have been doing this shop update every week since. So a big thank you to everyone who's been along for the ride. It has been a crazy adventure, and I'm looking forward to the next years to come. So thank you as always for watching. I greatly appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments about anything I talked about today, or anything here in my shop, out in the sawmill, or whatever, please feel free to leave me a comment. As always, I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have. And until next time, happy woodworking.